Hello, my good people. So I've acquired Jeff Buckley, his own voice, from my local library so I could have a look at it. I was recently in Portland, Oregon, and went to Powell's bookstore. And of course, I go straight to the musician biography section when I go into such a bookstore. And ended up spending some time with this book. Almost bought it on the spot, but I really didn't want to carry it back in my luggage because we were packed already. And thought I'd get it from the library when I got home, which I did just recently do. So I thought I'd, share a couple things from it with you. And I have to say, my first reaction to this book is kind of just twofold, and it's not what I expected it would be when I thought I'd do a read through of this and sort of this review or this highlight action that I like to do with these books. It's not what I expected. Um, and so there's two sides to my reaction or my experience to this book. Um, One, right away, is that, man, I would not want all my words, my journals, my weird thoughts published to the world. I feel very vulnerable for him. I feel almost invasive reading his information here. Like this is his stuff, like his private stuff. And I don't know how I feel about actually, digging around in it. So it feels a little weird. And I understand he's megastar, unique talent, just out of this world talent. And his mom is curating his estate, his properties, and I understand, I understand he's a public figure, but man, these are this is your stuff. Like these are your thoughts. Like I have journals and journals and journals from my 20s and still I still journal, and man, I would not want you to read it at all. uh, because it's weird. And I guess she curated the stuff that was, reasonable to publish, I suppose. But that means she's combed through all his stuff and thoroughly and with other people, and just that makes me really uncomfortable, I have to say. So there's probably a journal burning party in my future, because y'all aren't gonna read my journals after I go. um, so that's my first reaction to this book, just being honest. And my second reaction is extreme validation, like extreme validation as a songwriter and someone who aspires to, be heard or have their music heard and respected or covered or just appreciated and enjoyed. Um, because what's happening for me when I look in here is reading his chicken scratch and the thoughts he has and the lyrics that he's written down. They look just like our lyrics. Like they look just like ours. I'm assuming if you maybe have some too. Like they're just your scribbles, and they start with like a line, a sentence in chicken scratch, hardly legible. And the poetry isn't particularly, some of it's wonderful, but like not all of it is, oh my word, this person was an absolute, anomaly, what a genius, a five range voice, a five octave voice range. you know the you know the phrases that, the writing, they're just similar to what I think we've all scratched down on a piece of paper from time to time. And that's very, very validating, I have to say. And the other thing that's really validating is there's portions of this book that are his thoughts on like making it and the struggles of him making it. And again, so validating, so real. Like he was just thinking, maybe I'm gonna write an album, maybe I'm gonna make an album, maybe I'm gonna have a chance at this. And then there's more detailed stuff like budgets, and just his thoughts on like how he's gonna line himself up to you know, to make ends meet, and what he's gonna do with that money and stuff like that. And I mean, really basic uh, notes that he kept. Very personal, again, very personal and encouraging to see, because he's just like he's super excited about his career. He's super excited about his career and the potential that his career might become something, and how he was just a dork like us, you know. He was just, you know, he has budgets. Like he was budgeting his money. It seems so pedestrian for someone as astounding as him, but it's validating to see he kept all these notes, like of his money and stuff like that. So there's something there for me that I didn't expect when I got this book. So very validating, encouraging, because often you write a line, you write a song, you write a chorus, or you strum a few chords, and it feels pretty almost boring or done before or something like that. But um, over time, if you let it grow and you put your heart into it, like it becomes sincere, and that sincerity comes across, and I think it actually gets its own life, and then it can become something that much more. Maybe it's not going to become Jeff Buckley more, but that's okay. And been very validating, very validating. So I've had two extremes here. One is like, oh, I feel I shouldn't be reading his stuff. This is intrusive. Like I don't actually want to. I don't really want to see all this stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. For his sake, really. And then the other side is I'm having extreme validation on just all the dorkiness that I've scribbled down in notebooks, and the feelings that I've had about trying to make it as a singer and a songwriter in the past in bands and as a solo artist. So those are my two reactions. And then, of course, I came across this gorgeous picture of the guitar that he primarily liked to write music on. This was the guitar that he went to songwrite, which is a vintage Gibson L1, which is gorgeous. I mean, actually, I don't think it's actually a vintage. It's modeled after a vintage. I think this was a 90s reissue Gibson L1. It has a pyramid bridge. I think this was a 90s reissue. I can't find the exact information on his on the model that he had, but it's gorgeous, right? Which I love. So yeah, I thought I'd share, get into this a little bit more and maybe pull out some more excerpts, but I just thought I'd share my reactions. That's kind of my gut reaction right there, and that's that. I am gonna try to spend some more time with it, and maybe I'll share some more of what I find and what comes up for me. But that's where I'm at right now. Thought I'd just hit record because it was real, and yeah, looking forward to sharing some more with you in the future. And till next time, take good care, stay kind.